Surprised Hermione wasn't like a Sri Lankan girl because she's so good in school. I'm surprised they didn't make her like Asian.
When they'll remake Harry Potter in 30 years, it's gonna be an Asian girl.
I like how they explained racism in Harry Potter, but everybody was white, right? Because they called them mudbloods, which was like two parents that aren't magical creating a magical child. They'd be like, "You mudblood." But they're all white. Like, there's no like actual racism.
Well, racism is amongst the whites too. That's the OG racism.
But it's such a British '90s thing. We need to create racism somehow.
What do we do? Just half magicians, friggin', you know.
That's totally barbaric.
Welcome to a special edition of the Goodnight Podcast. We got a special guest here today, another handsome boy.
Thank you so much.
From the handsome
Slavic.
comedian.
No, the other white guy.
The other white guy.
The only other white
Yeah.
The French Canadian, Joel Slavic. Let's talk less about Joel Slavic and talk about our guest. Will Del Vecchio, everybody. Make
Joel's
some noise.
great.
Will Del Vecchio. Yes, of course, we love him. Happy
What's
Saint
up?
Jean. Today is I thought about it. I'm like, it's Saint Jean where we have a
Oh,
Québécois.
yeah.
Huh?
That's not me though. I'm the original French.
Yeah, but still,
These guys are my offspring.
in our minds, you're white. You're Québécois.
Yeah. Well,
What's
nice.
Saint Jean all about? Is it like liberate? Oh no, you're
French
original
people
French.
love Saint John the Baptist. Apparently,
I have like weird French Canadian like relatives that like live in like kind of Saint Bruno or whatever, and they're celebrating Saint Jean Baptist, and they're Italian, but they. Like my uncle married a French Canadian, so they're all like weird and they
Yeah, it
speak
makes
French,
sense.
and I hate
Yeah.
them. And
Because they speak French too.
yeah, but the
One of
French
those
that they speak
weirdos.
is special. If we're being honest,
Huh? What's
the
that?
French that the people speak here is special.
Yeah.
I speak it too.
Everything
but
is
it's weird.
special.
Yeah, well,
Everything is special.
Everything-
Like all accents are weird.
Mhm.
Some
There's
are
no-
weirder.
No. Well,
Some are
it's
weirder.
very okay. Here's the thing. It's a preferential depending on where you grew up. Like for example, when I hear Algerians speak, it gives me the ick because they were colonized by the French. So it's a mix of Arabic and French. So it doesn't sound good because you're like, no, stick to one language.
Algerian.
It's weirdly mixed.
Okay.
And for you, since you were born in France, for you, Québécois sounds, like mental illness. But
It sounds like that for most people.
I like it. It was a little, je ne sais quoi.
Away,
Away.
See, no, no.
Pour
It's
moi.
not- Exactly. No, that's not It's not nice.
I don't know. They welcomed me. I love them. I know you guys are ungrateful, but I love you. Hey, where's the camera? I love you, Québécois.
They're okay. They're good. They're
I
fine.
mean, they're good people. You know.
They're good people here, except when you're doing a bilingual show and you're the only English-speaking comedians.
No, they.
I
don't like
had, on Thursday, I had one of the worst bombs in my life. Oh.
it. Today, ooh.
So it was in a bar. It was a bilingual show. I was doing 15 minutes. I went bullet.
Did you
That's brutal.
bilingual a little bit, or you just
No.
English stuff?
That's
But the thing is, you already are kind of speaking French in your English. Like your English sounds like you're speaking French. So it must be really confusing. You sound like you're speaking French out there. You go, hi.
Hello,
Whatever.
everybody.
You say like 4 French
Mi
words,
amo
and
es Amer.
then you speak English anywhere.
But that's by purpose.
by purpose?
Like I know I'm doing this for comedic
By
effect.
purpose.
Okay.
By purpose. Every time you see me do a mistake on stage,
Uh-huh.
it's a false mistake.
I feel like that's a cop out.
But no, but there's certain things
Come
you
on.
say that
I'm kidding.
like it doesn't seem like you say 4 months, but really it's months.
I say 4 months?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
crazy that I
always-
teach English.
And then I'm always thinking, oh, is he doing it on purpose? Because you hear it, and I thought thinking you're doing it on purpose.
Here's what I mean by purpose: is that I can turn off the stupidity.
Mhm.
Of course, I
we
used to have a
all
dad
go
joke, but like
wacky-doo,
when I'm
yeah.
on stage, I'm like, oh, I'll just be
Yeah.
Like when I wanted to say foreskin in Italian, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
quattro.
Screen.
Yeah, quattro esquine.
Quattro, you know what I mean? Like I know it's not FOUR,
Yeah.
but it's fun to be stupid. There's
It
no
is
other
quite
place
fun
where
to
you
be
can be
stupid.
stupid like that,
No,
except
no.
with children.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I always try to make my jokes tiptoe the line of stupidity and intelligence, and that's where you hit a good
You
spot.
have to go all the way.
Yeah. No, it's goes.
I don't agree with that guy. You have to go full. I think it's better if you go full.
Yeah. Tropic Thunder, it worked.
Anyways, it was a huge bomb. Oh my god, it was so tough. They don't get it. They don't like.
Are you not used to?
You know
huge
when you're
bombs?
bombing? I haven't had that bomb in a long time. When you're bombing and like the crowd are just like avoiding
Ah,
eye
yeah.
contact.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it hurts bombing in comedy.
Oh, I'm like, I'm better than this.
No,
Not
No,
in that
that's
moment
it.
though.
That's always a feeling when you're like this deserved more. Like I don't know what's going on, but It's not me. It's you.
It's like the last 5 minutes, I just lost them. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I think because I like to tease when I'm on stage. Like I'll see a guy and I'll tease him a little. But I find like in French comedy, maybe they don't do that. So I'll tease the guy a little bit, and people are like, oh, why is he so mean to this young man?
Vous avez fait mal à mes émotions.
Yeah.
Are there really mean French comedians? They seem
No,
pretty.
I think so. I
Oh,
think-
really? What
I
about like
think
that
like,
guy Sylvain Larocque? He seems mean. He seems like, hey, ooh, but I suck my
He's
dick.
old and
No.
bald.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's actually very sweet.
He's very sweet, but on stage he seems like, suck my dick or whatever.
I don't know. Who this
I
guy is.
No?
literally he talks about like his family and stuff. isn't
In
it?
French, it sounds very rough and tough.
Yeah, it's his voice.
Sounds like a
It's
pirate
good,
or something,
He
yeah.
Yeah, but it's
does-
just a language. It's not.
So they're all just nice. There's no roasting
They're
French
like-
comedian,
like it's just
Well,
very
Mike Ward, I
does-
guess.
yeah,
right?
but he's
does.
really nice though.
But he's not like he doesn't make jokes about the crowd.
No.
no, he
Me,
doesn't.
I even
Just
before I like
paralyzed
someone
people.
heckles me, even before someone heckles me, I'll say something mean because it's
Yeah.
funny, but I'll say it like in a funny way. Like
Yeah.
we're joking.
Well,
like,
you
I'll
that
mock
means
someone's hat. Or
that means in French Canadian comedy there's like an opening because there's no mean or surly or roasty
Yeah,
comedians.
I think if I do it in French, I might get away with it because like but if I do it in English, I'm like, look at this immigrant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first of all,
yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
who's this English immigrant yelling at me?
Yelling at who the fuck does he think?
En
he is?
français, s'il vous
not
plaît,
bad.
les
If you're gonna be mean to me, be mean to me in French, basically.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Hey man, you should like 100% become like the Jeff Ross of French Canada, you know?
All right.
Because it's like if no one's doing
No
it.
one's doing it. Yeah. No, but I thought after my set, I'm like, I should have just switched to French.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like if it halfway through, just lean
Yeah.
into it.
You're like, you know what? I speak French. I'll just translate.
Yeah.
11 septembre. No, everyone can.
Yeah. You know, yeah.
9, 11. Everyone can do it.
Is that how they say
Bonjour
neuf
to-
onze in
Yeah.
French? Like for
Well,
9/11? Like
I
it's
think
a
they say
little
11 septembre.
You know how
Yeah.
there's like phrases that like don't match up to English, but it's like a very similar. Do they have their own version? Let's say there's like a movie, Die Hard, right?
Yeah.
They translate it
Mark
to,
Facet- no,
but they
Mark
call it
Zut,
like
yeah.
something else,
Yeah.
like bald
Yo,
man
Hogwarts.
avec gun or something. Is it like that for 9/11?
Man avec une gun.
Do they have that for 9/11? Like vroom vroom, Shala Akbar.
Arabe méchant.
Yeah, some shit like that.
No, but Hangover has a funny name in French.
Yeah?
It's like un très mauvais lendemain de veille or something.
Yeah.
It's like a horribly long name. It's
That's
ridiculous.
so stupid,
Harry
see?
Potter, they changed a bunch of
Yeah,
the stuff.
they just change it all because
Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly. No, the school is Poudlard, I think.
really.
what?
Yeah, Poudlard is the school. Hogwarts.
Hogwarts is Poud.
Poudlard.
What does that mean in English?
Well, lard, like the last word is like a hog, but I don't know if the other one's warts. You know,
Oh.
Poudlard. It might be.
It could be that warts is in French always going to have a sexual connotation. So maybe they're like, we don't want to say warts
we're
because
not-
it's
we're
for
not.
And
kids.
hog.
Hog, exactly. It's like
Hogwarts.
It's like
If you think about it, it's a
Hogwarts.
gross word.
dick.
It's a word.
It's just herpes. That's what it means.
Yeah.
Hogwarts is herpes in
Bro, dude, there's a bunch of students living in a school, all sleeping in the same
Something's
dorm.
gonna
You're not going to
happen.
tell me that herpes doesn't spread?
It's a close community. It's not as if they're banging another,
no,
you
no,
know,
they
another
gotta-
school,
Yeah.
another magic school.
I'm surprised
It runs
Hermione.
rampant in Slytherin.
I'm surprised Hermione wasn't like a Sri Lankan girl because she's so good in school. I'm
Yeah.
surprised they didn't make her like Asian or like I picture her.
When they'll remake Harry Potter
Yeah.
in 30 years,
It has to be
it's gonna be an Asian girl.
because she acts like an Asian girl.
I teach Chinese kids, right? I teach Chinese kids, and I had a student who was exactly like Hermione, and I hated her. I hated her.
Leviosa. Not
Leviosa.
They sit like this, like, "Hello, teacher."
What is this? Your Asian teacher?
Yeah.
Asian kid? So it's
Yeah.
not. It's not.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. I can't.
Exactly. No,
Whatever, keep
I
that
don't
in.
think that's
So yeah, no, I don't like Hermione. The Hermiones of
Yeah.
this world, they're very annoying.
This is
They're
true.
very annoying.
Yeah.
This is true. No, but, you know.
Every once in a while, I'm
At
gonna
least
keep an eye on the levels. So
Ron
just-
had a good time, so, you know.
Yo, everything's fine.
Ron had the worst time maybe because all his
Well, he
brothers
got the 2
died.
PP with Hermione, so, yeah.
And he's a
Uh,
redhead.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's a redhead, and
Yeah.
his brothers
Ed
died.
Sheeran
But he
and
ended
Harry
up
Potter.
having a good with Emma Watson. He ended up dating.
He married the Asian girl, no?
Did he? I thought
he
he
marry
in
the
real
Asian
life or in the movie.
No, in the show. Didn't he marry the Asian girl?
thought he married Hermione.
Ron, exactly. Ron touche PPs with Hermione.
Yeah, he touched PP when they were kids.
No,
No, they're
well,
married.
first of all-
They're married?
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
movie.
they have
Ron
kids
and
baby-
Hermione
in the
married
movie.
as adults.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
swear
know
to God.
this.
And Harry married Ron's little
sister, which is strange, if you think about it.
Yeah, she's like
Ooh.
3-4 years younger.
Like we're best friends, but last year your sister.
Well, they
Yeah.
had to.
Oh.
They had. I think they had to. Like who in this universe? Because he can't just bring like he's 40. He has like 23-year-old wife from Ukraine.
No, he's Harry
Hello-
Potter. With
hello,
the
like he's
lightning
rich.
bolt on his friggin' yeah, he could do it.
Yeah, of course he could do it, but it had to be from this universe. Or like, oh, just he'll bang his best friend's little sister.
I like how they explained racism in Harry Potter, but everybody was white, right? Because they call them mudbloods, which was like two parents that aren't magical creating a magical child. They'd be
Yeah.
like, "You mudblood," but they're all white. Like, there's no
Well,
like actual racism
Well, that,
there.
they're like you don't mix the white with
Well,
other
racism-
stuff. Like, I think-
yeah, you can't.
Racism is amongst the whites too. That's the
Yeah.
OG racism. Yeah.
But it's such a British '90s thing, you know. There's like, oh, there's no black people here. We need to create racism somehow. We need to create.
What do we do? Just half magicians, friggin',
Oh,
you know.
There'll be the disgusting.
Mudblood.
Mud.
Yeah, no.
There's a lot about Harry Potter I like to think about.
Are you guys fans of Harry Potter?
Nah,
I'm
when I
a
was a
big
kid.
geek. Everything
Yeah?
that I could be a fan of, I probably am.
Yeah, you're a big
Oh.
Star Wars guy.
Yeah,
I
Star
know
Wars
this.
is huge. I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gets laid. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
The thing is, it's a
Thank you.
difference between
True. It
being
blows
a
my mind.
fan. You're a fan, but really, you just happen to know everything about it. Like everything I know about, I'm not really a fan of. Like I know everything about Star Wars too. I know everything about Jurassic Park. Everything else, but I don't really actually like these things. They're just for some reason in my head.
No, I love them.
Oh,
No, I Google like if I'm at work and I'm not doing anything, I'll Google like different subjects.
yeah, same. I'm like, I
Yeah?
know everything about Jaws
You're
for
a
some
fan.
reason.
So you're
But
a
it's
fan.
not a fan. I
think
hate
he's a
Steven
closeted
Spielberg.
fan. He's
Sorry?
he's a
He's
closeted,
a fan.
you know?
It's
He's
I
like
just
he's like
obsessed.
Yeah,
what are
mud
those-
blood.
Yeah, I got mud brain.
No, you're like the American politicians who hate gay dudes and then they come out sucking.
Yeah,
dick.
exactly.
They're like, no, I hate Harry Potter,
And
but
it's
look
not
at all
like-
the wands I collected.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not one dick. It's like six
Yeah.
glory holes.
At
and
the
you're like,
same
"Ah,
time.
ah,
I
like,
gotta
oops."
tell you, when I went to Universal
What?
Studios, I went to Universal Studios and I went to the
played
Harry
with Harry
Potter
Potter's
world.
wand.
Glory hole. The
I
Harry
had his
Potter
wand.
glory hole.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
Was it a thick one?
yeah, it was.
Very
actually, no,
Oh, you got the wand?
Well, I went to where the bank was, the Gringotts.
Gringotts, yeah.
Oh, we went there, the actual Gringotts, and it was unreal. I made a bank account.
That's legit. Oh wow, you still you still have it?
Did you get a credit
kinda
card?
jealous.
It was a fake one.
Yeah.
I want one. Yeah.
It was really cool, and they had all the
I gotta
Jewish
remember, you
elves
guys are
and-
young.
Jewish.
You're not
appar-
Jewish.
There
I
was a whole
refute this.
controversy though.
I
They
know,
came
but I
out with a
refute it.
video game
Yeah.
recently that they were like, no, like you can't do this because it's insulting Jews. I was like, they're goblins.
Yeah, they're goblins.
I
I
don't
don't.
think. I think you were making that link in your
Yeah.
brain, making you a little
I think
bit.
you're racist. I should have a joke about this. Well, I forgot. Do you remember my joke
Mhm,
about
yeah.
like it's not?
Uh,
Still be a good short. Let me try to remember my joke. What is it again? No,
I don't know.
can't remember, but I do remember you had a joke about
About-
that.
Harry Potter?
about like they're not Jewish.
Oh yes, what was it? Yeah, I think I have a video of it. We put
Yeah.
on YouTube or something. Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember. Oh well.
It was pretty funny.
Oh well, guys. Next time. I
That's
gotta
okay.
remember which camera we're looking at. There's like 15.
I know. I don't know.
Well,
so many
I just
cameras.
scanned them all. you
Yeah.
know?
I'm
At
just-
some
I'm
point,
just-
we'll get a
Hey.
good shot.
Hi.
No. No, but Star Wars, like, I mean, I wanted to do, you did the Gringotts thing. In Star Wars, you can go build a lightsaber.
Oh, that's fucking
That's
cool.
dope.
I mean,
keep
no,
seeing
that's lame.
First of all,
That is fucking cool.
I know you want to join in.
Oh.
I know you say you don't like Star Wars, but
You know who had the best lightsaber? Darth Maul. He had double-sided dildo
the second he
lightsabers.
pulled that out, everyone just,
Oh.
and then you can't top it. Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. I
Darth
didn't know
Maul.
how.
When
He's
I
on.
think double-sided, I remember what's the name of that movie where it's like
Ass to ass.
ass to ass.
I've never
What's that movie?
Oh,
It's Requiem for a
the
Dream.
centipede?
No,
that's
Re-
it, no?
Requiem for a Dream.
Requiem for
Yeah,
a Dream.
with,
So when I
the
saw the
song.
guy go ziung ziung, and my went just like ass to ass.
Ass to ass.
That's not what
It's
I
a really
think of.
disgusting movie about like all three friends getting into drug addiction.
Yeah.
And then the last one is like the girlfriend needs her to get her habit going still, so she ends up becoming a prostitute.
Yeah.
And then she does ass to ass with
Okay, you
She
were
just-
too young,
They
but
just touch
the
butts?
90s,
Like, what is an ass to ass? Do they-
dildo and two
double-sided dildo.
Okay, so
And
it's
they're
like an
two-
extension cord.
women. Yeah.
If you
yeah.
think about it. You can just,
I'll explain.
It's like a yo-yo.
In the 90s, there was it became popular to make art cinema instead
Yeah.
of movies. It's like,
Yeah.
we'll make art. So they made, like, for example, what's the name of the Requiem for a Dream, a Train Spotting. It's like, ooh, drugs. Everyone's skinny and
Yeah, I'm
lean.
glad I missed all that.
But
But-
they're
yeah.
sexy and like drugs and
Mhm.
stuff.
But all those guys who made those movies all make Star Wars. And
Yeah, well, one of them was Obi-Wan, if I'm not mistaken. I think you mentioned.
McGregor. He's
yeah,
so
Ewan
hot.
McGregor.
Yeah.
He's so hot.
Did you know that his brother is in the Navy of England? Right, and he's called Obi-Wan.
no,
Right? No. He's called Obi-Wan in the movie. His brother in the Air Force.
Obi-2?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
His call sign is Obi-2, which is kind of cool.
Like, I'm defending my country. My brother is playing
the galaxy
the gun-
far, far away.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
That's
He is so hot. He is in my top.
Yeah, I
He's
would let
really
him
cute.
choose my PP.
I'm like a British hot.
dreamy.
Yeah.
British hot. Pierce Brosnan is number one British hot.
Yeah, he's so Pierce Brosnan.
He's
He's
kinda old
English, right?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with old sexy men.
No.
Pierce Brosnan's not bald.
No, but you got
Old.
what's his
Old.
name?
Old.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
This year.
He's gotta get braces though. I find
What?
No, I
He
think
needs
that's
braces?
part of the-
his like bottom teeth look like he got punched or something.
So he
By
probably
Batman
did.
when
Yeah.
he was Bane.
Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a mask and big.
I never understood anything he said in
Me
Bane.
neither. I hated the last movie.
Yeah,
There's a
no,
lot of
it's-
movies where I don't understand what like they say. I'm
It
just
doesn't
gonna,
matter.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
stare at your pretty face.
I think his best movie was Mad Max though.
Mad Max was great.
sick. He
Apparently,
was-
the last one is Comme Si Comme Ça.
I heard it's all right. I want to see it. I never get to see these
It's
movies. though.
mad medium.
It's Average Max this time.
It's average Max. Like, hi.
Average Mexican.
Hi, I'm Max. How are you? Good.
He doesn't drive like a V8 anything. It's just like a Toyota Echo.
Yeah, Mazda 3.
With a guy at the front.
Chevy Volt.
They're all electric. Exactly. It's like,
Oh, that's nice.
Good times.
Good times. Hey guys, have you seen the have you seen the video of the Haktu
Yeah.
girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Where
God.
did I see that?
I
How
was
did I
saying,
see-
how many people do you think have been Haktued since that
Well,
came out?
here's I have two things about to say about
Right?
this.
You
Not
gotta
me.
no,
Not
no,
me.
but maybe not.
But
But,
there's
like
the two thing-
globally speaking,
Yeah.
how many women have been like,
Hundreds,
Let
but
me
here's
give
the
it a
problem.
shot.
Here's the problem that I think women need to know. They need an addendum to Haktu. You don't have to spit on the penis. It's
No.
the enthusiasm that we like. It's not
Yeah,
just
no.
Haktu.
I'd find that weird. I'd be like,
Yeah.
no.
Really? You find that weird?
If they right on.
Yeah, but it's the enthusiasm that goes with it.
Yeah.
That's hot.
But
Don't
that's
just
it.
spit
I
on a
want the-
penis and go like.
For me, it's like you have to look like you want to be doing it.
Yes.
Not like it's
enthusiasm.
A chore. I think
But the
that's
video-
Enthusiasm is sexy.
The girl wasn't disgusted. She was like, "You gotta."
Yeah,
get
exactly.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
I don't
what
think
he's saying.
No.
I think she found a different way of saying put elbow grease into it.
Oh,
You know?
No, but-
that's not. That
Right?
does
Like,
seem
just
like
If
that.
you're gonna
Put in the
spit,
work.
Yeah.
show enthusiasm. That's all
Yeah.
you want. So, anyways, I did something. You smoke weed, right?
I do.
Do you find that it's something that lowers your inhibitions?
No.
It lowers mine. Like I'll do things that are like I'm like, what did I do? So, anyways, so I saw the video Haktua, and there's a girl that I saw like maybe a couple of years ago. We had a little fling going on, and she used to Haktua
On you?
on the pee. And she was really good at it, you know. So I'm like, hey, I sent her the video. I'm like, hey, this made me think of you.
Remember this?
She's like,
I have 3 kids now.
Just red. I'm like, and then I got like, I was high when I sent her this. Then I got something like, oh, what did I?
no, because
Yeah,
but
we
I
can't
think
send this.
that's just. I think a guy would find that funny.
Yeah, but I don't think
But
she did.
you know, like she's sitting there, like I haven't thought of Haktuing you in many moons.
Oh my god. Huck too.
So yeah, you got to be careful who you huck to your emotions to.
Yeah, no, weed doesn't make me do that. Like I'll like wait at a stop sign for it to turn green. That's what happens to me after. While I'm walking, not even driving.
Still shifting.
Exactly. Oh.
Another thing about Will that you guys need to know: Will is a big car guy.
Yeah, I
He's,
love cars. Cars are fun.
He's
Cars are
he's
super
he's a big car guy. Always had nice cars. You had your Mini Cooper, but it was stick shift. That was
Yeah.
nice. And now
Every car I've ever had is a stick shift because
you've had many cars. How many cars?
I've
have you
had 4.
Let's start with your first car. What was
My
your?
first car ever was like you. I had a Mazda 3.
That was your first
2000
car.
Yeah, 2003. It was a Sport GT. I think it was called.
Ooh,
Yeah.
2003.
2009 Sport
Okay.
GT Mazda 3.
Okay.
There's a lot of numbers in the name, but yeah, no, that was fun. Second car was a Mini Cooper.
Yeah, I remember
Great
that.
times.
I met you during the Mini Cooper
Yeah,
days.
yeah. That's when I started comedy in 2019 or whatever it was, 18. But no, so that was that one. Mini Cooper's great car. Like I don't know if people know they're rally cars.
Yeah,
like
they're
they're not meant. Like every
Yeah.
time I see an old lady drive one, I'm like, your back
Yeah.
must hurt. Like it, like for sure, because they have rough suspension.
Okay.
There's a sport mode. Like it's
Okay.
not meant to
That's
just.
funny.
No, it was a good time. And then my second car was was a Scion FRS, which was great.
That's what you have now.
Now
No.
I have the big brother of that one, the Toyota GR86.
Damn, you don't keep your cars for a long time.
I kept them all. The one that I kept for the least amount of time was the FRS.
Mm-hmm.
My Mazda I had for like 3-4 years. The Mini was 4. That one, the FRS was 2, and now this one it's been 1.
Mm.
Do you have your eye on a new car coming up?
No, I love this one.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, it's bright red.
But this one, I have a feeling you might keep and buy another one.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's
Yeah,
like the.
put her,
that's
put a
cool.
thing.
This one's like my for a while car.
Yeah. Can you still buy cars on eBay?
You can.
That it would be amazing. That was always my fantasy as a kid. We were like, I buy something on eBay and they roll it up to me like in a.
Yeah, I don't know how they deliver that. Actually.
Here you
'Cause I know
go.
you can.
These
Like I
Elon
remember, I
Musk.
saw they were selling like a full-on stretched limo on eBay once.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's something funny. So I got this job by this Jewish man, right? Very very big.
Sounds
No, it's like a contract thing or whatever. And I know him for a while, and then we were talking about a little bit of the conflict, all that stuff. Because he knows we have a podcast, and he was laughing because we made a few shorts about like Jewish people,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And he's like, oh, they're cute, they're funny, I really liked them. It's like as long as
Jews or
the jokes we were making
okay, I
about
was like,
Jews.
Jesus Christ, they're cute, they're funny. Like,
And he was like, as long as you guys aren't making or you guys aren't plotting against to exterminate my people. And I'm like, no. He was like laughing, ha ha.
but would you
And-
tell them if you were? As long as you guys aren't. No, we're not. Wink, wink.
And then he
Like,
was
why did you say wink, wink?
Yeah, like what are we?
We're on the
why-
phone. You said wink.
I just wanted you to know I was winking.
and then so because he has me on Instagram and he said like, and I know you had your Instagram logo of you holding a watermelon before the conflict, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, oh dude, that's the watermelon is the you being on the Palestinian side.
Yeah.
That's
And
a watermelon.
Yeah.
It's a water and
Do
my
they have wild watermelons?
I don't know what it is,
Like,
but-
what's the?
The colors of the flag of Palestine are the colors of like a watermelon.
So
There's
someone's
green,
looked at a
red.
watermelon. We're like,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. White people said this were gonna be the new. Listen, when I first saw the
I feel
watermelon,
like that could also work for like Mexico's flag.
also Black Lives Matter.
Also.
But you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
That's not.
Get it? Get it?
Well
Get
done.
it?
Well
But
done.
my whole
I can
thing-
never say that on stage because people go
Yeah.
like, "That's funny," but I can't laugh.
But like my whole thing
Yeah.
is just me, like that's my Instagram
Yeah.
picture, just me like holding a watermelon, all happy, and I had no idea. This is me in
That's
Greece
fucking-
being happy.
This is Gabe losing hundreds of thousands of
That's
dollars.
it. You're like, you're not.
Contracts with Jews. You're like, I find. Look, he's holding a
I
watermelon.
love that photo. It's my favorite memory of
Yeah,
Greece.
you holding a big ass watermelon.
Yeah,
like
it's
when
sick.
would that ever? When would you have been like, yeah, this will eventually be political?
No,
Like,
it's sick. Anyway, that was funny. It made me laugh. That guy.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
I got brownie points with Andrew Curry now.
That's nuts. Did you guys ever see that one video? Like I used to watch The Amazing Race. Do you see
Yeah.
that shit?
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, did you ever
back
see
in the day.
Speaking of watermelons, made me think of it. They had this one where they had to like slingshot watermelons as far as they could.
yeah.
And that one woman takes a watermelon to the face.
Dude, that's like
I'm
brain
so-
she
injury.
got hocked by a watermelon. Is what happened.
I'm surprised the Israeli movement haven't used that video.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you
This
like
is
watermelon?
what happens when you mess with watermelons, which are
This is like the
Palestinian.
new IDF, like the IDF
So
video.
funny.
A watermelon exploding in their face.
That must hurt so. Because watermelons are squishy. If you drop it, it'll just explode. But if it's coming at your face hard,
Oh my god.
Yeah, no. Well, watermelons are typically quite hard.
but right.
They're not like squishy or anything.
No.
Nah.
You ever try to put like you cut one open, you put vodka in it, and you eat watermelon?
I've seen
and
the
you-
videos. It looks like.
Oh, it's the best. That's some white
They put like a tap
crazy
on it.
But
shit.
watermelon is just great. Just eat a nice.
I know, but you.
Sweet watermelon.
It's like
you don't have to get drunk every time.
Oh, because
you're
that's
not, you're
you
not
don't-
retired.
No,
dude.
you
But
don't
white
have to,
people.
But
white people on a Saturday afternoon, you're on a yacht
yeah, but you're a
somewhere.
comedian. You should be working on a Saturday.
I haven't
afternoon.
had a watermelon since
white
Greece.
people have been putting drinks and fruits forever. You can get those pineapple things with the drink in it. You can get a half a coconut with a drink
I
in
have
it.
a feeling
Everything that's the shape
Top
of a glass.
white scientists
Yeah.
are meeting every day, guys.
We make bongs out of
I
apples.
found exactly. I found a dragon fruit on my trip to China. We need to turn this
Into a
into
cup.
booze.
somehow.
But it's an amazing idea. You're just like, let's. The science part is just cutting a hole and just filling it up until it's double the weight of just vodka. It's like,
oh, dude, talking
wild.
about drinking. He was there yesterday.
I was there.
So
yesterday? What's that?
yesterday,
wasted?
when we did a show yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
so I
Belly
go
Button.
on stage yesterday, and I see there's a group of young men together, and one of them is drinking a slushy.
Oh
So I make a joke.
This was nuts.
I'm like, what are you doing drinking a slushy? You're a 25-year-old guy. So what are you doing drinking a slushy at midnight? He's like, oh, it has lean in it.
What's that?
I'm like, what's lean? He's like, oh, you should try it. And the crowd people are like, don't try it. I'm like, oh, it must be booze or something. Like he put booze in his slushy. So I take the slushy and I like glue, and I take
A
like
lot.
A
He
big,
took a good chunk of
a
slushy.
big,
You know,
a big
like,
gulp.
Wait.
like
And I put it
almost brain
back.
freeze.
I'm like, what's lean? He's like, oh, it's drugs.
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, like it's codeine and mixed with like antihistamine or whatever. I'm like, is
The
that the
antihistamine.
I
I
thought-
know what an antihistamine is.
It's the thing for allergies. I'm like, oh, is that
Oh, that
you know
makes
like
sense.
the rapper?
Yeah,
they drink-
scissor.
Scissor. I thought it was jism. I'm like, is that jism? He's like, no, it's scissor. So anyway, so I'm drinking it, and here's the funny thing: I go to take it. His friend, like I said in my joke, oh, I'm an Arab, blah blah blah, Muslim. His friend comes to me. He's like, oh, by the way, it has alcohol. Be careful. Like you're Muslim. I'm
Yeah,
like, it has
don't-
drugs.
Not the alcohol.
Did you
It has drugs in
Did you
it.
feel?
I felt warmth in
I
my.
don't think Allah ever
my-
said anything about.
Yeah,
drugs.
Allah
I
doesn't know
think you're
about
fine.
scissor.
That's it, you
Allah
know,
is
that's
like,
it.
Wait a minute, that's pretty sick.
He's
So
like,
now
I was
you,
invented before.
no
this, I
pork,
guess.
no alcohol. Scissor, crack. By all means, go
Ah,
ahead.
you found your drink then.
Sorry?
You found your drink.
Yeah,
That's your-
scissor.
Yeah.
It was great. I felt the warmth on my body here. That's the thing. Like, ooh, it's a good
that's
feeling.
nice.
Then I got home and I ate
tingly.
like ice cream and popcorn.
Watermelon.
and
Yeah.
I feel
I
like I need
watched-
to try this.
It was.
If it
Drugs
gets-
are cool, but it was while I was on stage. Just some of the faces of the people going like,
Nice.
I wouldn't even have known. Like I feel like they're doing new fancy drugs that
I have no idea what the
weed is good. That's
Apparently, it was popular in the '90s and now it's popular again.
Yeah, it makes
This is,
sense.
Lean.
Yeah,
lean.
you probably buy it from like Jean Coutu or something.
You gotta
prescription.
mix it or something.
Yeah.
You gotta,
it sounds complicated.
It's apparently you need the like it's pharmaceutical grade codeine.
Nice.
Like like you buy cough syrup
Yeah.
off the counter and there's a cough syrup like behind the counter.
What's the purpose of cough syrup? Because it doesn't really. What does
I've
it do?
never
Does it
cough
stop
syruped.
you from coughing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or does it put you to
I
sleep?
think it just coats your throat.
Yeah.
In my head, I
It
just
numbs
it's just
you.
like you can't sleep. So you're coughing, you can't sleep. You just take it and you pass out, right? Isn't it like you just drugs?
Maybe that's like a second side effect.
Okay, I didn't know.
Unintended
Anyway,
side effect. Or like just,
and
yeah.
lean makes you go like it's like taking like a relaxant. It's like everything's nice.
Lean
Yeah.
as in I'm leaning,
I guess so. Yeah.
Very
or
aptly
leaning
named
is
if
like
you
I'm
think about it.
lean machine.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, am I gonna lose weight? That'll be fantastic. It was nice.
Lean
I'm like,
chicken.
ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't do drugs off people in the crowd.
No.
Oh, who is this?
Oh, it's Joel.
Who is this? All right,
It's Joel.
Will, get out of here.
All right, Joel, you're in.
You got Joel. Hey, Emma.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
All right. We're recording a podcast live. How long have we been recording?
20 minutes.
28 minutes.
20
Wow.
minutes.
I
All right.
guessed that.
Yeah.
We still have 30 minutes left,
Yeah.
guys. And we'll
Another
continue.
30 minutes.
Joel, hey,
Joel's getting naked.
Enjoy your.
Um,
do some push-ups or something.
I probably should be moving tape.
No, if you don't mind, yeah, you gotta wait. You can sit and watch us if you want.
Jamie,
Yeah.
just
Start
laughing in
yelling
the
shit.
back.
can you pull that up, Jamie?
Yeah. All right.
We've been distracted by Joel.
No,
Yeah,
no.
it's okay.
Just can't remember.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
What's your? So you like tequila only, right?
Yeah.
You're
You
tequila
only
guy.
tequila?
I like tequila. That's the only thing I
Have you
drink.
tried mezcal?
I don't know.
It's like tequila on steroids.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's not
drink
bad.
it like just tequila on ice. I
Yeah,
find just
try mezcal at some
Mezcal?
point. Yeah. And not everywhere has it, but like,
mezcal. So next
Yeah.
time I'll ask for like, hey, can I have a mezcal?
yeah. It's
on
the
ice?
one, you know when they say there's like a worm at the bottom of
Yeah?
it? That.
Yeah. that's-
Oh.
You don't have to eat. Some people eat the worm.
Don't eat the worm. Don't eat the worm.
No.
It's like lean.
No, lean, guys. Let's go back to lean. Lean was great. Yeah, he was there.
Was there?
Drank that lean.
Did you try it? And did you end up?
No.
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 Oh,
That was, dude, those guys were like,
Nuts.
they, like
you're so high.
I asked them so many times, like, are you guys drug dealers? And eventually they were just like, yeah, like, we're drug dealers.
So good. So I got quality lean
At
from
first, you're
drug
like, are
dealers.
we kidding or no? We're.
Yeah.
What do you need? Like,
But it's so funny the fact that when he went like, oh, it has alcohol. Like you're a good Muslim, don't drink. It's drugs.
You're a good Muslim.
It has drugs. Anyways,
doctor approved. It's fine.
Speaking of Muslim, okay, so all these people are like walking to.
You mean these people?
Muslim people? They're walking to
those
this place.
mudbloods.
Yeah, mudbloods. Hermione and her friends. They're walking to the thing, right? The Raj or the
Well, they're walking
Hajj.
a
Or
circle
Yes,
around
the
it, no?
Hajj.
and people are dying, right?
Left and
so
right.
how come they're not leaving? They just would rather like
Wait,
walk
what are we
around.
talking about?
There-
Okay.
1,500 people are dying 'cause it's too
the,
hot.
The Mecca,
Okay.
the holy place.
Yeah, I know
in
that
Islam.
they walk in
So
a circle.
right now is Hajj, which is like the time where you go to become a Hajj, with like a enlightened person.
Okay.
So you have to go do a pilgrimage. The pilgrimage is at the Mecca. So you have
I
the
thought it
Kaaba.
was in
Yeah,
India.
It's like that square, like the big
The
building,
big-
right?
the big,
it's like
yeah.
a black cube.
It looks like a
Kinda?
black
It's like in- it's like
Apple
in-
store
yeah.
in the middle of Saudi
It's a
Arabia.
monolith.
And you have to turn around it a few times. That's your pilgrimage. And it's now. People are doing it now. But it's so hot. Apparently, it's 100 degrees.
Ooh.
And-
Celsius?
Celsius.
Yes, Celsius.
Which is crazy. That's
And
like cooking
That's
a turkey.
too much.
Yeah.
That's like water's boiling.
And exactly. And hundreds of people are dying because
It's
of the heat.
insane.
I mean, I'm not a big believer in anything, but if I saw my friends dying, I'd be like, all right, maybe this is the wrong
Yeah.
God. Like, you know, like,
Yeah.
if this is my pilgrimage and all my homies are dying, maybe, like, I don't know.
Go another day.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
can we do this on Tuesday,
Let's do
Ara,
this.
please? 'Cause
But
Let's
I
do it
was-
in the fall.
I was planning on
Turn on the
going this
sprinklers.
year.
I don't know.
I was planning on going. Not as a just I like religious things. All religious.
1501. Yeah, I'd like to observe it.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
But you would go when nobody was there on the off season. So
On the
you're
off-
there.
I would go on the off season.
Yeah, so
exactly.
it's great.
Tour
Well, I
real
was thinking of
quick.
going
Yeah,
in
really
August.
quick.
I was thinking of going in August.
Ah, okay, yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? Let's go.
100 degrees.
Yeah, that's what a guy told me this. A bartender told me this. So
I'm going to have to
believe
Google
him.
that after.
But it's true. Hundreds of people have died. Listen,
That's
every
brutal.
pilgrimage, every religion has weird suffering
Yeah.
rules. Like
Yeah. Can't eat
Christianity, you're Jesus basically. You know,
Yeah.
and then I think Buddhism. There's like they have to crawl to somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
you have to crawl.
I'm good.
Lhasa, I think.
What's the Tony Robbins? You got to walk on coals.
You gotta walk on coals as Tony
That's
Robbins.
white people
Not in
religion.
1,000 years.
Scientology.
Pray to the Robin.
Tony. Who else? I don't know.
Yeah,
Who's
but
it?
it's a bit odd. I'm gonna criticize Islam, so this might get me a fatwa. But it's that rock is so. I'm like, it's paganism.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're thinking, oh, it's because it's the house of God on earth or whatever. But people look at it as if it is sacred, but it's like it's not sacred.
Yeah.
It's what we, you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, but it's as if you're praying to a statue, which is paganism. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to pray to a
I
statue.
want to rock. That's what we should do when we go there. I want to
Oh,
rock.
that would be. I would love to be there, just to see you get stomped
I know, dude.
by thousands.
We would die
of us.
immediately.
I would not defend you.
You're going to be like cooking in the heat, dying, but still throwing rocks.
Dude, but it's like, you know how I like going to a music festival and it's all
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a religious,
It's like the
thing.
same.
Yeah.
You're the same amount of people.
the
You're
same
crushed
thing.
in. Yeah,
It's that modern paganism.
yeah,
Mm,
pretty
yeah.
much. But instead of like a big rock, it's like Bruce Springsteen or
Exactly.
whatever. I want to rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows it.
See, I know the SpongeBob edition of that song.
Oh yeah, I know like Guitar Hero or whatever. Yeah, good times.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't think you could, like, I even going to church, I went as a kid once,
Yeah.
and they're telling us to stand up and sit down. I was like, this is boring.
So
like, what are we doing? And for
I
who?
know,
Like,
it's
who's
really
gonna, you know?
But I went like as an adult to a church and it was like, oh my God, I teared up and shit.
Which church?
I was in England or some by myself, just wandering the streets, and then I found a
Jesus
church.
found you?
Yeah, pulled me in by the hand. It was beautiful.
So you walked in.
I walked in.
Okay.
I was in a crazy mindset though, so maybe I was like all kind of whacked out, but it was beautiful.
Was it a pub?
Yeah, it was a pub.
It wasn't, I just saw God. It wasn't a
The
church.
bartender, the bartender's like, "What do you have,
Bartender.
mate?" I'm crying.
The
Turns
blood
out it
of
was
Jesus.
a Spanish guy called Jesus. Hey, man, you just need a beer.
Don't drink the worm,
Sorry,
mate.
I cut my finger. It has my blood.
Maybe that's like too much alcohol. Here's some water, bro.
So what was? Wait. So you walk in, but was there a ceremony? Was
yeah,
it like
yeah.
a Sunday?
I stayed for the ceremony.
Okay.
And it was like a really, really nice church. It wasn't like the most famous church, but and then they did the ceremony, and I was in the back, and then they were singing, and I had the paper, and I was singing along, and it was nice. It was
I
felt
want
very
to
cute.
rock.
Yeah, I want to rock. It was really,
Yeah,
really nice.
I like religion as a, like you like Star Wars and you're a fan of Star Wars.
See, I would be like
Religion
I would
for
respect
me
the Jedi
is
religion.
like, oh, I'm gonna study this because
Yeah.
I feel that every religion has something you can learn from, and you can just learn from everything.
Would
So
you
it's-
know in England the
Yeah.
third biggest religion is Jedi?
Really?
Swear to God.
Number
Fun
one
fact,
is
yeah,
what? Protestant?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
But also the
probably
queen, like
Catholic.
she's dead now, but the king is a religious leader.
Yeah, he's
Like, they
anointed
have
by the
their
god.
own
Yeah.
religion.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's still like Christianity, whatever, but he's like the representation
Oh,
of God on earth.
Yeah, apparently,
for that.
during his anointment, they
Yeah,
turn off
they-
the camera because this is when God bestows the magic.
In that moment.
It's actually Jesus. It's the
It's
same guy
Jesus.
that he
Yeah.
met.
Yeah.
Apparently, I saw it in the movie, the show The Crown, so I'm assuming it's real.
Yeah, it's not. No,
but
it is.
when you become like a king, you turn off the cameras so that God enters you. Apparently, he's camera shy or whatever.
Okay.
And then
I mean, if I was God, I'd be camera shy.
shy.
it's like the oil. They put oil on the future king.
It's messed up. They have a lot of weird rules. Like she owns all the swans in the River
Yes.
Thames.
Yeah.
and stuff.
That's the least of the thing.
Oh
Where
yeah, no.
It's pretty cool.
She
Like, you
thinks
can
she's
have the swans.
bestowed.
Yeah.
She's a queen. I hate all that. Like all that.
That's weird.
You know, it's Buddhism is not perfect, but everything is equal in Buddhism. That makes more sense than she's a queen and she's the representative.
Mm-hmm.
But now she's just a tourist attraction. I think that's why
Yeah,
they
it was
keep
like the
her.
dudes with the fluffy hats. Like
Yeah.
they're on the same level,
Yeah.
except one's more rich.
It's we have
Yeah.
And
we-
one's dead now. But-
We have Orange Julep and they have like Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
It just attracts tourists to come and then they sell hot dogs and corned beef or
Yeah.
whatever.
I
Yeah.
go to the Church of Jedis if they have. Like I should look into it if they have it, but it's a real thing.
But wait,
Is it
I
just
have
trivia
a feeling
night
it's a
or-
big drop. So it's like Christianity,
Probably it's
Muslim,
probably like 50%,
and then like
45%,
and then
1% Jedi,
Yeah.
and then whatever else exists.
Oh my God. Too much Star. Did you watch? Have you watched everything Star Wars?
You want
Like
to tell me there's more Jedis than Jews?
No.
hell no.
Oh yeah, I didn't add juice to that. All right. But maybe because if you Google it, I swear to God,
And they're gonna start asking for their own country now. The
Mm-hmm.
Jedis.
yeah, it'd be cool. I'd
The,
live
the
there.
Avatar fans take it away, their land away, or I don't know.
Avatar fans.
Oh, big news for the podcast listener. That's it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
decided. I bought my tickets. After
Oh,
Berlin,
amazing.
I'm going to Cairo, baby.
See, I would love to do that.
That's
Mhm.
it.
Chip off a piece of the. I
I'm
told you
not
to chip
gonna.
off a
I'm
piece
not
of
gonna chip off. You understand the trouble I would get
Just a smidgen.
to get.
A smidgen.
You know how many? If everyone had the same thought as you, I'm just gonna steal a small rock. At the airport, they keep an eye on the bags because they know people like you exist. Their whole.
You wouldn't want a piece of the pyramid at your house?
Of
Like
course
even if
I
it's
want a
this
piece of the
big?
pyramid.
Yeah, it's perfect. Take one.
Small. You won't even know. Yeah, I can just
You
pick
know?
up something and look, it's pyramid.
That's it.
No, I'll have memories. I don't even
Yeah.
buy souvenirs.
No.
All the countries
even
I
if
travel,
it's
I
just a
sip-
rock on the floor near the pyramid, it might have been part of it. Like, pick it up.
I could just lie to you and pick one
Yeah.
from Will Del Vecchio. Like here's a piece of
No,
gravel.
you can tell it's not Egyptian
Like,
because it's
it's-
not sideways. So, you know?
It's not a triangle. Like he's expecting a tiny pyramid. All the rocks around the pyramid, they're all tiny.
When you take it off, that's why it's so precise. It's just a bunch
Yeah.
of little ones, and it's just
Are you gonna see a mummy?
Well, I've seen mummies. I've seen some.
But
mummies.
like an Egyptian mummy in Egypt, like in the pyramid.
no, there's no. In the pyramids, there's
probably a
nothing
few
now.
moms walking around.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Heavies.
Hey.
There's no. Now it's just.
Do you
it's
believe in Egyptian curses, like mummy curses? I'm
Well,
a little.
As you
scared of
know,
that.
the last I went. This is it'll be my second trip to Egypt.
Oh damn!
My first trip to Egypt, I didn't get to see the
It was a
pyramids.
cursed trip.
It was a cursed trip because I got into a fight with a girl I was dating. And here's how the fight happens, okay?
In Egypt or like on your way?
So she was in Lebanon. We met in Canada. We dated here. Then she went to see her family in Lebanon, and I went to Egypt with my best friend. And while we were in Egypt, we went to climb Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai is the mountain where Moses got the tablets, and then he went down, and the bush spoke to him. So I went to climb that mountain. And when you go climb that mountain, you climb at like 4 in the morning because after 10 a.m. it's scorching heat. So they don't want tourists to die. So you climb. You go there when it's still dark, and then you climb till like 9. You see the
A smart
sunrise.
pilgrimage right there.
Mhm.
You see the sunrise,
It is.
and then you go down. So while we were upstairs seeing the sunrise, I was sitting next to Guillaume and like 3 other girls, and we were all under the same covers, and we were watching the sunrise, and we all took a nap. And I felt weird because like, I have a girlfriend. I slept next to a girl, so I told the girl that I was dating, like, hey, I took a nap next to another girl, and she's like, oh, you cheated on me. It's over between
Like,
us.
first of all, that's not what I said. Like,
Freaked out. So I told Guillaume, I gotta go to Lebanon. I gotta save the relationship.
oh, so you
So
left
I
Egypt?
left Guillaume and
Oh.
I left Guillaume in Egypt like 3 weeks after there was a terrorist attack.
Oh.
All alone in a country, in a third world country, in a language that he doesn't speak.
Basically,
left him-
he's a bad friend.
I
Right? Because are you still with that girl to this day?
no,
Not worth it.
but still, I'm still with Guillaume. Guillaume's still my
Ah,
best
there you
friend.
go.
Still a good,
See?
good buddy.
He-
For the boys.
To this day, we both laugh at it. So anyway, so it was a cursed trip, and I never got to see the pyramids.
Oh.
So maybe it isn't. So I have to go now to like
break the
apologize-
curse. You gotta break the
I
curse.
gotta go apologize to Nefertiti.
Yeah.
and so I can play with some
Mummies.
titties.
Are there water slides in Egypt?
Yeah, once
Sand
you get to the
slides,
top of
there's
that
sand
mountain.
dunes. And
Did you ever see the movie History of the World Part 1?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You should watch
Mel
it.
Brooks.
Yeah, Mel
that's
Brooks.
good.
Yeah.
He does this Moses scene where he comes out after talking to the bush.
yeah.
Right, he's holding the 15 commandments. And then he drops one, it cracks. He's like, 10. 10. 10. It's my favorite movie scene.
So
It's
funny.
so crazy. When you go down that mountain, you see the bush.
The bush?
The,
like,
the
did they
historical bush.
quarter
The
it off?
burning bush that spoke.
Are
Still
we
there?
sure it's that bush?
Well, dude, of course we're just not sure.
No, I'm just
It's
saying.
like the shroud of Jesus. You don't like it's not, but it's a holy place. And next to it, there's a St. Catherine Church, which I believe is like the oldest church in the world. And you walk in and you see like representation of Jesus. You know how that church is so old? Jesus had a tan in those photos. That's how old.
He
You know what I
didn't
mean?
even look like Obi-Wan yet?
No, he was just like
Because he looks like
like a
Obi-Wan.
skinny, like brownish. They're 100, maybe 1,000 years old. Like these
Wow.
portraits of Jesus. It's a weird
That's
sacred
nuts.
place. I love it.
See, like, I'd go see stuff like that.
I might go again, but it's so far from like
From Cairo
from
and-
Cairo, and also it's so close to like the war.
Yeah,
You just
that's
literally like a day walk from.
Yeah.
Do that motion again?
My question
The
is,
war? Like,
my question is, when is Marvel gonna buy the Bible?
that's what I keep saying. Dude, I had Jehovah's Witnesses show up to my house once, right? And I'm just outside cleaning my car, as you do. And these two old ladies walk down like my driveway, and my mom's a city councilor, so I'm thinking they're coming to be
Yeah.
like, hey, like we just not to drop this off for your mom or whatever. So I'm like, oh hey, how's it going? They're like, oh hey, like you having a good day? And not mentioning my mom at some point, they're like, how do you feel about Jesus? And I was like, well, Thor used to be an a god, now he's an Avenger, so like maybe one day. And then they looked at it like, what the fuck? Dude, I them bad. Like, I shouldn't have done it. But then they keep talking to me. They're like, oh, yeah, but like, have you heard of Jehovah's Witnesses? And without a word of a lie, my dad's one. Right?
Yeah.
But he dipped when I was a kid.
Yeah, so you don't have the best image of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Right? So they asked me, they're like, so like, have you heard
He
of
didn't
the
witness my
Jehovah's?
childhood.
But that's what I was like, that's exactly what I did. I was like,
Yeah.
at that moment, he's like, what's up, son? Like, what's up,
Have you found the
No,
Lord?
man. So they're asking me, they're like, would you ever think of Jehovah's Witnesses? I'm like, what? And I told them, I'm like, well, my dad was one. He disappeared when I was a kid. Don't have the best view on Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh,
Then I just went back to cleaning
nice.
my car. The two old ladies looked at each other. They're like,
Yeah.
so sorry. And they walked away.
Aw, cuties.
That's good. That's a good excuse. I'm gonna say if never.
That's it.
But okay, you answered them because you were outside.
Yeah.
Because I never.
I would have
opened the
never.
door.
No,
Yeah.
I'm in my driveway cleaning. Like,
Yeah,
if I saw them
yeah.
coming, I would have been like, oh,
Do you
whatever.
guys, if someone rings your door, do you open?
I always look at the window. I'm like, who the
I
Like,
never.
who's that?
Because my apartment gives to the street. I opened it once, and it was a guy who's like, "Oh yeah, the Good Night Podcast." I'm like, "How the hell?"
Wait,
That's
who
weird.
was this? Was
it
it
was
me?
a guy. Yeah, it was Gabe. No, it's a guy.
It was his only fan.
The guy is a black rapper.
A blapper.
A black rapper in
Oh,
Montreal.
yeah, he goes door to door and sells his.
He goes door to door and sells his CDs.
That happened to me once, and I bought a CD. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't have any cash, and he's like, I
I
have
have-
a tap to
that-
pay, and I was
yeah,
like, well, I
yeah.
guess I'm buying
And
your
I
CD.
No way. That's
And he's like,
so-
"Yeah, you have the Good Night Podcast with Gabe." I'm like, "I don't want people to know where I live."
That's weird.
Crazy. Yeah,
I
that
wonder if
guy's-
it's the same guy because I bought.
Possibly, fucking.
the
I
one-
guess.
apparently
he found
they're
out where
big now.
every comedian lives, and he just
Yeah, that's wild.
No,
man.
this was before I even did comedy. It was, I lived in Montreal for 6 months in whatever year it was. I think 2018.
Yeah, with the Dale, your friend Dale.
No, it was my ex.
My ex, Dale.
Yeah, exactly. Also Dale. But
Dude,
we're
remember
still
Dale?
dating.
Remember how big he was?
Yeah, big
Now
guy.
he's
Dude,
bigger.
he's even bigger.
Like jacked as
Yeah,
fuck.
no, he's
Jacked.
massive.
He looks like a goofy MMA fighter.
Yeah, no, it looks like if
he
you were
still
to
has the
punch you,
same
like-
sweet heart,
Yeah.
you know the one we know of
Yeah.
Dale, but he's like, "Rah."
No, he's massive. It's not.
Damn. You would be a good internet personality of just like giving like crazy motivational advice because he's so all he needs is to be jacked, giant, and just yell, and then you're famous.
He's
basically.
jacked and giant. He just
Yeah.
needs to yell. Okay,
and
I'll
it's,
get him
and
in.
we were talking about how like he has a girlfriend now, and we met his girlfriend, and
Oh.
and I was saying how her sexual fantasy is my worst nightmare.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
Like
Dale
her-
just
Because
Out of
Dale,
hammer. Whoa.
Because if you talk with Dale, you don't like. He's sweet. He's funny. He's goofy. You forget his size. But if I was a girl and I would see he's 6'7",
6'5", and he must
6'5",
weigh like 260,
260, 300
250,
pounds of
like,
muscle.
jacked, eh?
Like no girl looks at this and goes like, "Oh, I guess he kisses me on my neck and hold." No, she's like, just imagining, just
Yeah, plowing.
gorilla, non-racist way, pounding, just destroying
that was pretty racist.
that puss.
That's fine.
And we were talking about this yesterday because I'm still talking about it. Dreamt about it after the lean, but she saw this. I'm like, I want to be gorilla by a humongous black. Her sexual dream.
And what is she like?
She's white.
And
She's like a little normal white lady.
Huh. Okay. Cool.
And imagine Dale Messi
Yeah.
bending you over.
Yikes.
And
Well, have you
taking-
ever seen the pictures of Shaquille O'Neal next to his girlfriend?
Yeah, that's pretty much.
That's
Yeah,
because he's
that's
like 7'5".
Yeah.
She's holding his hand upwards
Wow.
like
yeah,
this.
that's Dale and his girl and Will. By the
Yeah,
way,
that's actually- yeah.
But Shaquille,
It was me before her. So you know what? Like, I love it when they put that picture and then a hamster eating a banana.
yeah,
Doesn't work.
like I'm imagining Dale. You know that meme.
You just get the picture.
You just got the big.
That's
There was a
funny.
little time.
That's hilarious.
There was a delay.
Yeah.
You know that picture of like that black guy? It
Yeah.
went famous, and that's my imagination of Dale. That's what I'm imagining Dale is packing.
Have you lived with him ever?
Yeah, but I've never been like, hey,
This
let
is-
me
you're the
just-
third
I've
guy
never
who asked
fallen
him.
into and been like, whoa.
Like oops, like he's like, I'm gonna
That's
go into the shower. Hi, oops, sorry.
How'd that get in my
Click.
mouth?
But like
it's-
I
we
walk
didn't-
around in my underwear all day, and if I live with someone long enough, I'll probably just keep on walking around in my underwear, and then you see their when you see your dad's
but
dick, or maybe not you, but
like
yeah.
maybe out of respect, he didn't want me to
'Cause
feel
he
bad
left.
for myself. Right? So, yeah, exactly. I've never had that issue. I've never
Yeah, I
seen
mean,
my
yeah, I was
dad.
just either.
Have
but
you
I
ever
also
seen
never
your
seen
dad's
my
dick?
dad. Like,
I haven't seen my dad. So yeah,
I
probably.
saw my
you know what?
dad's dick.
Actually, I have seen my dad's
I've
dick.
seen your
One of
dad's
the
dick.
first times, the first times I ever met
the
the
door?
guy, right? Like I lost my phone in the ocean.
Okay.
And he didn't have a bathing suit. He's like, I'll try to find it. And he just goes. I'm like, all right, there's my dad's naked dick.
Oh, wow.
First, second day I saw him since I was 7.
Did he leave
Whoa.
right after that?
Yeah. I was like, we're not.
He saw you get hard. He's like, I can't be with this
Does he
child.
live in France?
No, he lives in the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, he's like you.
He looks like a
He's
pirate.
like your dad. He's like a wild man.
Whoa,
Yeah, no,
that's
he's nuts.
crazy. Caribbean is a way better option though than Nova Scotia.
Well, that's what I always said. Like, if he chose like the Yukon to go live, I would have never visited.
Yeah,
like,
man,
as long at least it's the Caribbean. We're cool.
That's
like,
cool.
No, you both have like wild dads because his dad also was like a wild man.
Yeah,
in his
mine
youth.
criminal.
Criminal.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Criminal.
You guys have a
dad.
lot in common.
Wow, spooky.
Cool.
Yeah.
Props.
All
Big
right.
dad
Look at
dick.
us.
Big dad dicks.
You both have black best friends. This is what happens.
First of all,
What?
you're like an albino.
Yeah, I'm a black guy. I'm black. I always bring up Dale every time. Like guys, your next comic. Oh my god, people always say we look like twins, and they're like, and then Dale comes up. He's like, hi.
I brought him up a few times, and I always just say he's the reason I've felt safe my whole life. Right? Like, I've never had to think of a fight ever. Every time
Yeah.
we've gone out clubbing or whatever, every time someone gets mad, like, it's happened. But then Dale just shows up, and then they're like, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Like, it's
that's
just-
awesome.
Yeah, with anybody, any crew that we're with, and especially if you lose them, you go to music festivals.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you get lost,
Yeah, he's just large.
It's
you
just
can.
He's
You're
like,
like, all
"Hi,
right,
I'm
we're about
here."
100 feet away from where we need to be.
it's just Dale goes like, cut the music.
Oh, yeah. It's like light the beacons, and then we
Yeah.
just see them.
Oh, that's cool. That's sick.
Isn't that nice? Isn't male friendship amazing?
Nah, it's cool.
How long have you guys been friends?
Since I was like 13 or 14.
It's the best, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the
First
best.
time I ever met him, I was terrified.
Of course.
Well, not no, because it was like our first math class ever in high school. And in high school, I'm not very tall right now, but in high school, I was like 4'1".
Yeah.
Right? Dale was 6'5". Like, he was born 6'5". is
He
what it
came
was.
out 6'5".
That's it. He's just been big. And he fought the other biggest guy in math class the first day, and desks were flying and everything.
Whoa.
Oh, and he used to wear like big fur coats and everything. Like,
He used to wear fur coats?
Yeah, I was scared. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is high school. I'm gonna die.
Oh, wow.
And now we're best friends because we played
That's
Halo
cool.
together.
Oh, Halo?
Yep.
You whitened him up.
A little bit. Made him skateboard.
This guy can skateboard?
Yeah.
How
We
many
skateboarded
wheels are
together.
under the skateboard so it doesn't buckle?
No,
There's
he always.
10
Yeah, you should. But his board compared, mine's like this little thin thing. He always
Yeah.
gets like the big long boards.
He has a surfboard with wheels to
Yeah.
hold his weight. He's a sweet guy too. It's
Yeah.
crazy how sweet he is. But I feel
He
bad for
fit in
guys.
my Mini too. Which
He
was
could fit in your
super
Mini?
funny. When I see him
Wow.
get out of it, yeah.
Just pew.
Yeah.
The springs just jump.
Yeah.
These guys, I find like really big guys like this. I feel bad for them in the sense that they can't get angry.
No, 'cause it's just
You know?
scared. Like
It's
you know,
Like you know how you get snappy.
Yeah. Imagine he's like
Imagine
Dale.
He,
He like he fly across the room.
He snaps like a table. You know,
Yeah.
like he can't. You get snappy, like oh okay.
Yeah.
If he gets
Oh,
snappy,
B-boy.
you cannot. Like he must
No.
always control.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's kind of like a guy that was like amazing karate. His hands are like registered as lethal weapons, right?
Well, it's like little dogs versus big dogs. Right?
Yeah.
Generally, the bigger the dog, the kind of nicer.
They have to
'cause
be more
that's it.
docile.
Otherwise,
But
it
he
will
must get
murder you,
angry,
like-
but he can't show it. You know, like when you fight with your girlfriend,
Yeah.
she can beat you
She
up.
beat the
So
shit out of
it's-
her.
probably win.
So you
She's
guys are
giant.
like she's equal.
She's
You
as
guys
big
are
as
equal
Dale.
in height, equal in strength.
Yeah.
So
She's huge.
you can like really like go at it. I
Yeah.
seen you.
Oh yeah, we're
Like
like.
He
Dale's on like
can't-
the extreme percentile on this side, where
Yeah,
he's just
he
fighting.
can't. He can't get angry at his
it's so
girlfriend.
bad. It's fun to beat your
Yeah.
wife
He's missing.
because she
never
beats the
tried.
shit out of me.
It's a fun game we play.
Because like she pins me down.
I-
It's
yeah.
it's brutal. She kills me, ties me up, throws
but
me on
this-
the balcony.
this is how you
closes
get
the
hard.
box
Looks like
me
you
out.
enjoy it. I don't know. That's taking a turn.
She f***s you
She
the
pegs
way
me.
Dale fucks his tiny girl.
We take turns fucking each other.
Fun.
You get pegged. I knew it. I could tell.
No.
Look
Ever since
you
you
look
told
like
me you
a
paint your
pegger.
toenails, I'm like, this guy gets pegged.
I
You paint your
love-
toenails like
Around
just
no,
one at a time.
I've
or
been
like,
slacking actually.
Oh.
They're quite plain. They're nothing
why
on
the
them.
toenails and not just jump straight to the? Because no one sees those. Is that just for you?
For me,
Okay.
and when I'm on the grass and I'm like la 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 la
You
la.
sell
la.
feet pictures.
I'm doing it's like a disgusting. He's like, and my feet are on the grass next to my watermelon filled with vodka.
Listen, I'm not
La, la,
homophobic.
la, la.
I'm not homophobic, but
Just Gabe phobic.
I know this is narcissist. Like, cause I like nice, cute little toenails. I'll suck on them and kiss them, but I don't need them
I've
on
never
me.
sucked a
It's
toe in
not
my life.
sexual.
Have you sucked a toe?
Oh,
Yeah,
freaking
yeah.
no.
You sucked toes?
Dude,
as a joke, I suck
suck.
toes.
I
I've never
suck
sucked a
feet like
toe.
it's a cock, bro. I'm like, there's drool coming down.
I've never sucked anything like it's a cock to me.
This is how I realized I would make a good gay guy. I was sucking a girl's foot while I was making her come. I'm like, I would suck. Like, I would be such a good dick sucker right now. I would on those feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, not me.
Doggy.
You got to think they've been on the floor all day,
So
absorbing floor
It's,
juice.
you have to
I don't know.
understand. It's not. How can I say this? This didn't originate from me. Is that I did
Just
it once
shoved her foot in your mouth.
and I saw her reaction. I'm like, oh well, that's all I'm gonna do now.
I just
But she went, and then
See,
you're
I
like,
feel
that's-
like guys, we lock onto that.
Yeah.
We're like, that's all I'm gonna do now. And then she's lying there like, why the is he sucking my toes again? You know, like it's like the only move we got
Yeah.
now. She's like, I did the face once.
Every
And now
girl-
my toes are just soaked all the time.
they're
she
pickles
has
now.
pruny fingers. Like, what?
She just puts her feet down. They goes.
Every girl, you gotta Control Alt Delete, start again.
That's it.
Erase memory, start
No,
from
you
the top.
can't. No.
Yeah, but like every season I have like a new set of nails. Like for fall it was like pumpkins and
I
spice
never knew.
lattes and
You draw, like,
and then
little-
You see,
spring was
he's turning
green.
himself on. That's what I mean by narcissistic phobia.
yeah.
He's like he wants to like.
And then-
I like.
Jerks
I'll
off, looks at
look.
his toes the whole time.
I look at nice toes, but I don't need them on me.
Yeah.
Beauty. I don't need to have beauty on
Yeah.
me. I just need strength.
Yeah, and
Beauty on women is nice.
and I'm resisting getting long because all the new thing is like they wear long
Are you
socks,
gonna get,
right?
like a little ankle bracelet.
I no. The
that
thing
says
is, I
bitch?
love seeing my ankles. I love seeing my ankles.
Juicy. You like seeing your ankles?
I love seeing my.
See,
You can
he's
get one of
getting
those
more and
gold
more.
chains that go around your stomach.
No!
for when you're in your
No,
bikini. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, I would see him. Don't you see him with nipple rings? I could see you getting
Nah,
nipple
no way,
rings.
Little
Jose.
chain that attaches them.
Ooh, only for
No
those
way.
special nights.
That's
I
Berlin.
could definitely see you with nipple rings.
Not
It's-
nipple ring.
Dude,
It-
it's starting with the foot. Started from the bottom. Now we're
No.
at the
It
It
ankles.
just creeps up. It's like
It's
that
li-
sickness in Game of
Soon
Thrones.
you're
that
gonna
just-
start shaving your legs.
No, it's
Oh
not.
yeah, you're gonna start shaving.
This
You
is-
already shave your chest and your back and your ass
Oh
and
my-
your.
Wouldn't it be funny if he shaved just for like his sleeves though?
So we.
Like, it's like
so
a
I don't-
farmer tan of hair, kind of. Just from like here down. Aries fucking.
La 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 la.
I'm telling you. So you see, like seeing your ankles. That's.
Ooh.
I used to call you European, but it's not even gay.
No.
It's narcissophobic. Narciss.
I don't think it's narcissism because I'm quite.
You turn yourself on. You're like, ooh, look at my feet.
Like, do you have a mirror in your room that you
I
look
don't.
at?
No, I'm
Observe your
I'm telling
toes
you,
through?
I'm actually the opposite narcissist. I'm actually like, what's the opposite of loving yourself? Like I have to work hard to love
Depressed?
myself.
I think.
Yeah.
It's not love. It's sexual attraction.
No, I'm not sexually attracted to myself at all. But I just like the little bit of art.
It's okay, Gabe. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
You know, you
I'm
said
just being honest for the
Do you
first
make,
time.
do
You're
you
wrong.
make
You're
it like
wrong about
full
yourself.
colored,
No.
or do you like pattern that times with smiley
You know, like
face?
when
Whatever Claire does, I don't
Gabe,
know.
you remember when you told me, Amer, you turn
It's also
yourself
weird
on with
that
your
you-
thoughts?
Yeah.
You turn yourself on with your
It's
thoughts.
not sexual at all. No. It's also Claire likes doing it, and I let her do
Is
it,
it
basically.
is it Claire or Clara?
Claire?
All right, I thought because my sister's Clara, and I was like, oh,
Talking about hot girls. How
You.
did it feel growing up with a Listen, she's gorgeous. I'm not saying anything wrong here. She's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Your
no.
sister is in the top 1%.
Clara, don't listen to this.
No, Clara, you got to listen to
No,
this.
but it's cool because
My
she grew up
future
with
wife.
me and my older brother. No, no, she grew up with me and my older brother as older brothers, right? And
Yeah.
Like so, we're special, I find. So I don't know. She grew up smart. Like she's had one boyfriend for a long time.
She's
They've
still with
been
him?
Yep. So like, congratulations. Never leave him for this one.
Why? I'm a great guy.
He's a good guy.
My
actually.
toes
He might
are
suck
not-
your toes, but
My toes are not painted. I'm strong. I love
no,
your
I
brother.
think I'd prefer that they painted their toes. No,
She's
telling
gorgeous. He has a does. And his brother too, by the way.
Yeah, I
Like
met your bro. Yeah. he's
Will
cool.
is a very handsome guy. I would say he's like.
But you look nothing like
the
your brother.
hottest.
Nah.
He's the hottest comedian we have now. Sorry, Joel. No, Joel. No, but Joel is like cowboy hot. You're like European hot.
Thank you.
Cowboy hat.
He has like a thick neck and that jaw. You can chop wood with that jaw. And you're like European hot.
Thank you.
And your brother is hot.
He's like jungle hot.
Your brother fucking.
Yeah, he has the lines.
Oh.
I used to have the lines, and then I got
You
fat.
start comedy. It's okay. Yeah, he's hot. No,
What does your
everyone
brother
in
do?
this family
He's
is
a
hot.
DJ.
Cool.
Dude, he's
DJ,
a hot
he's a DJ in Mexico.
and he works like on the beach.
Whoa.
And he's
Beach
like,
club?
pew, pew, and he
No,
has
no,
like-
in Mexico.
Oh,
he has like
That's why I
real
know him
beach.
as
He has
Scalise.
pirate hair with like pirate jewelry, and he's,
Whoa.
and he's shirtless, and he's like, woo, woo. I know
That's
I know a
amazing.
lot about your brother.
He does. He knows more about
I
my
gotta
brother
follow
than
him
I
on
do. It's a
Instagram.
little
and,
special.
and sweetest guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He's a very nice guy.
He has like a different voice to you too. You're like,
Well,
hey
'cause he
everybody, and he's
smoked
like,
a lot.
hey man, what's going
No,
on
he
in town,
used to sound like me.
motherfucker?
and
Oh
then-
really?
Yeah, he like moved to Mexico and started smoking a lot. And then one year I saw him again. He's like, hey, Will. I'm like, holy
Sounds like Sylvain Larocque.
Yeah.
Every now and then his normal voice comes back. And I'm like,
Hey,
hey.
stop smoking.
No.
It's funny. I went on a date with a girl, and she has a smoker's voice, and it's like it was
little
sexy. She's like, yeah. No, she was really pretty. Cause her voice didn't match her body. Cause she has like a
She
perfect,
wasn't
sexy
like,
body.
trans.
I'm like, you smoke a lot. She's like, yeah, but I work out 6 days a week, so it's okay.
Sounds like she has a
Whoa.
dick.
We went to
That's
smoke a
right.
shisha.
It sounds like she has a dick.
I didn't check, unfortunately. It's so crazy. We went to smoke a shisha together. She smoked a cigarette on the way to the shisha.
No way,
And
that's
she smoked
awesome.
a cigarette after the shisha.
That's wild.
That's some man shit.
That's- maybe
Which
I
is
like-
fine. Enjoy yourself.
I like.
That's a lot of smoking for a working out person. They should, like that's
Hmm?
wild. Like to work out
I've
that much,
smoked weed
I think
before.
she works
Yeah,
out
but, like,
just to like
keep the health.
to keep. That's her only vice, I guess, because she's
Uh-huh.
like lean and
Yeah.
strong and stuff. That's her only vice. I'm like,
Apparently, smoking cigarettes like helps you stay skinny. So clearly, I don't. So,
no, well,
like it curbs your hunger.
well, the nicotine it curbs your hunger. Yeah, you know, you feel full because
So
you're
the Good Night
you're,
podcast diet. Start smoking.
You're
Yeah.
oh,
The best
I
thing
love
about like
smoking.
if you eat a bunch of food then you smoke a cigarette, you like don't feel full anymore and you're able to like keep going or whatever, you know. Because I find anytime I eat, that's the end of the night. I'm going right to bed. I'm going right home.
Yeah.
You
No,
smoke-
it's not that. It's just when you smoke that you get a nicotine high.
Mhm.
So you like it's as if you had like an espresso. But
Yeah,
like, right,
but it helps you
It's right to
digest
your
even
lungs.
or
No,
something.
it doesn't help you digest.
But like you feel better. I know how I feel.
yeah, but
know?
you feel better because of the nicotine. You're
yeah,
high.
I know whatever the cigarette does, it makes me feel good. I don't
It's
know
not because it helps you digest.
whatever, dude. This is whatever's going on in my
This is like the
brain.
excuses. You're like, no, this is for health.
It's like digestif.
I can feel my digestive.
It's a Marlboro digestif.
Like the 10 cigarettes I have a year, like it's usually because I need to keep going, doing something. Let's say like at my music festival, I'm drinking all day, and then I eat a giant burrito. I'm like, I have to have diarrhea. I feel like crap. And then I smoke a cigarette, and I feel way better because it's like,
Next time, just pop a Zin if you don't want to smoke, and you'll feel the same thing.
yeah,
Or cocaine.
yeah,
or
cocaine. Cocaine. It's basically the same thing. Yeah.
Healthier.
You're in the land of cocaine. There must be so much cocaine at your festivals.
Probably, yeah. I don't
oh
know. I
my
haven't
God,
done
it
it.
must be.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I've
It's
never
like the
tried.
desert, but like cocaine, just mounted. Isn't there like a tent? You go in, it's just a huge mountain of white powder. Ever wonder what it is?
It's an effigy of Escobar.
I think
Put
it's
it bang.
actually. I think it's probably easier to get cocaine in Canada than it is in the UK.
Yeah?
Yeah,
'Cause,
because it's way more restricted out there. It's even hard to find weed.
It is more restrictive, but apparently, I think the UK, Russia, and the UK are the two biggest users of cocaine in the world.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
And the village, they gave it.
Surprising. Yeah. Well,
No, it's crack now.
Yeah.
They updated.
Upgraded.
Yeah. Apparently, it's super easy to get
Uh-huh.
cocaine. It's because London, there's so many rich people. Rich people don't want to smoke weed. They want to keep the party going like you.
Yeah.
So they just, it's like you call a number, a guy, and an
Yeah.
Audi shows up.
Pecker
like,
shows up.
bonjour, and then. But that's crazy because it has to go from Colombia.
That's far.
I'm sure it doesn't have to be like.
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Colombia.
This is
is
where
it still the area? Like,
this is where they grow it.
Like you can't grow coke in your.
I
Under
think it
your
goes
sink,
to
you know?
Bulgaria because Bulgaria is like, we don't care.
no, but you should. Like invasive species of animals. You can't like. You don't think they put coca plants in?
But I think the weather
No.
needed to grow the plant.
Yeah, I think it's quite
Yeah.
specific, right?
Yeah, you need like specific. Like you don't get avocados
Yeah.
from Montreal.
Yeah.
Because
Apparently, the cartel is like, they're the ones selling you
Mhm.
avocados, right?
My
Yeah?
dad owned an
Yeah.
avocado field in Mexico, and they basically.
It's not
Yeah, well,
avocado.
but they show up and they were like, "This is ours now."
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're diversifying their portfolio. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to get a little bit.
good. Dude, once you strike like Adderall, I don't know why you take cocaine. Adderall is so good. Have you
I've
ever had
never
Adderall?
Adderall.
Oh, it's so nice. The last year of my engineering job, I was on Adderall. Like my dog's like, maybe you have ADHD, so he gave me Adderall.
You're like, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
mastered my job. I was like, well, I don't know, maybe
Did you get a
maybe
master's?
after I left it, like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy numbers and penis drawings. But I felt that I knew everything. Like I mastered my job in the last 6 months because complete focus. I wasn't focused on anything else. I swear, I would sit on my computer, put some like music or whatever, and it's 6 p.m. The night is over.
That's nuts.
I have
That's
to go
great.
home.
And then you go home.
Yeah, no, I've
Yeah,
never.
but then it would crash.
Oh, damn. So the whole day would be skipped.
Yeah,
You would skip the whole day, and then you go to bed and you skip the whole night. And then
No, I
you
would
wake up,
think-
and you're just the whole life is just like. Remember movie Click, where like he skips his
Yeah.
whole life or
I
whatever.
thought that was gonna be funny when
Yeah,
I
the
watched
most
it.
depressing
the
movie.
first time, I'm like, Adam Sandler, this will be like the golf
saddest movie.
or whatever. And then
And-
by the end, you're crying. I was like,
Yeah.
this sucks. Like, what?
It's basically about Adderall. That movie.
Yeah.
I remember Limitless. I'm like, I wish I could
Limitless
find
was cool.
That's pretty
that.
neat.
If I could find a pill
Yeah.
that would just make you limitless.
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently, the premise of that movie is a little dumb. Where they're like, you only use 10% of your
Yeah,
brain.
that's
yeah,
fake.
that's true.
When people say that, it's like, all right, yeah, but the rest of it's still being used. You're
Yeah.
just.
It's not that. It's just no. It's not even that. It's the fact. Basically, for any specific thing, like this part doesn't, for example, make you run or whatever.
Well, that's it. It's like
it's just
the-
It's like the hand cannot breathe.
Yeah.
Well, this part cannot do this. So
Yeah.
just you use all of it, just
Mhm.
not. But it's crazy about the brain is that you can train a part of the brain that doesn't do something to do something.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's
That's
yeah.
nuts.
Oh,
Yeah.
like if you have brain damage, and you
Neuroplasticity.
Yeah.
can be like brain.
Yeah.
I need to.
Because this part of the brain controls this part of the body, and this
Wow.
part of the brain controls this part of
Yeah.
the body. But if let's say this part gets damaged, then through like physio or whatever, you can train this part to take control of more things.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Claire's
It's very malleable.
friend's like dad, like we were at a wedding, and then the day after the wedding, we're all hanging out, and he slips on the grass and hits his head on a rock, right? And we just thought he was dead. We're like, oh, he's dead. It was the most fucked
We
up.
just thought it was.
It was like the worst day, like the worst wedding ever. It was insane. And then like I asked about it, like, is he okay? Like, by the way, and apparently he's fine, but he became a total asshole after that. Like he was just like, yeah, whoa, get out of it. He turned into like a kind of a for like approximately 6 months. He was like an asshole. Now he's nice again. So the
there's
brain, I don't know, it's
fuck.
crazy.
There's a girl in England, I think it is, that same thing. She hit her head. She came out of it with a Chinese accent.
Yes, yeah.
Or maybe she's just been racist and used it as an
It's
excuse.
crazy.
Like she just wakes up, oh, hello, everybody. She was like, I wanted to do this for years.
And now I have an excuse.
That's so funny. Yeah, there's a
There
few.
goes SNL.
Huh?
There goes SNL.
Yeah, I'm fucked up. Sorry.
This is the second one we did. I think the second. No, I did the first. one.
yeah. We've been through that.
Yeah. Oh, so
There was this one girl. She got caught lying. She was because she said that since she hit her head, she could only walk backwards.
Oh yeah.
And then there was this there was news reports and whatever. She could only walk normally backwards, and she was caught one day just walking nice and normally.
There was one where it was like a vaccine. This was before the COVID
Might have
vaccine.
been that.
Maybe
Yeah,
she was like, "This is what happens," and it was
And
like her
she's,
running
fucking-
backwards.
Yeah, for sure. That's her.
So that's
And I don't feel bad laughing because she was
me,
lying.
dude.
Yeah, same.
I was like, dude, don't get the flu vaccine because you're gonna walk backwards or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is not that bad, honestly. You just walk backwards.
Very few people know this, but the last big thing that happened to me before I started comedy is I fell off a horse. Did I ever tell you that story?
That's a great one.
Like before I even
You
considered
got to
doing
get
it,
back on that horse. Did anyone say that to you?
I fell off a horse and I hit my head and I got like a concussion and bursitis.
Oh,
And I remember
yes.
I did a
That's
joke.
crazy.
I did it I fell off. So I was dating this girl and we went, when you do gay things with girls.
Yeah.
So we went horseback riding. So I was with the teacher who was she's like a 16-year-old girl. She's like, but she's like, oh, she
You
knows
like
that
a
right.
big horse or like a pony?
No, a big horse. I'm a big guy. I need a big horse.
No, but that's what I'm wondering. Because sometimes that you do that, maybe the little pony. You're like,
They
what
give me a big horse.
like a mule or something. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, let's go fast. But I never ridden a horse ever. So I'm like, let's go fast. She's like, okay. So
he's an
we go
admiral.
like,
Let's go fast.
"Hiya!"
Let's go fast.
So I go haya. And like, I'm like, okay, I think I know what I'm doing. But the saddle.
That's gotta hurt your nut. Yeah.
Oh,
no.
the saddle wasn't wasn't
Saddled?
that wasn't tight enough. So what happens like tick, tick, and then I started pivoting, and then I went, and I fell, and then like she came, and I'm like disoriented, and she looked at me, and she's like, Monsieur, and I'm like, is the horse okay?
That's great.
And then she laughed, and then she went back to normal.
Yeah.
I went to go to the hospital. It was quite a.
Damn.
And then I got into a big fight with the girl I was dating back then.
Is it the same one who got mad at you for cuddling
Cuddling.
on the mountain in
No,
Egypt?
that there was another one.
Mount Sinai.
It's a completely different other
No, you
human.
never know.
Yeah, it's crazy. That was the last big
don't.
thing.
Oh, that's
Oh,
scary.
it was a
Hitting your head.
low time in my life. Woo.
Hitting your head.
It was very sad. It was. I don't know why. I just got sad.
Mm-hmm.
Breakup, concussion,
Yeah. It affects.
fat.
Fat.
Yeah. But if you have a six pack and you're sad, yeah, you still have a six pack.
Yeah.
But if you're like you gain weight and you're sad.
True, because you can't do all the
And
sad
you
things
literally
when you're fat. 'Cause
metaphorically
you just
fell
get
off the
fatter.
horse.
Yeah.
You know, like when they talk about, he fell off though. It
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, because if you're like super ripped and you're doing sad things like eating ice cream or whatever, you're
still have
you're
it,
getting
you know?
slightly fat, but you still but if you're just fat, you're just getting fatter and sadder.
Yeah,
and fatter
well, it's
and sadder.
like when you're like, oh, money doesn't make you happy, but I'll cry in a Ferrari. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah,
that's the.
I'll cry in a six pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn.
Like into a six pack,
Dude, that's
into
gay.
someone else's. Like, oh my god. As he rubs his, he's like,
It's so hard.
one for each ab. His head just doink, doink, doink.
Like, ow.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
All right. How long have we been?
An hour and 10 almost.
An hour and 10?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
we should.
That's perfect.
All right, guys.
Nice,
Thank
yeah.
you so much for listening. Follow Will Del Vecchio. What's your Instagram, Will?
It's will.del.vecchio. And the end is like Pinocchio, but Vecchio.
Hey, is it like, you know how you're Amer Elrez
Yeah.
and you're Will Del Vecchio?
Yeah.
Does it just mean the and the?
Yeah,
think
what
so.
my name in Italian is technically of old.
Okay.
Vecchio is old?
Yeah, so Will of old. It sounds like I'm an like I always said. It's like an old British dude announces me like, "Yes, Will of old."
Oh,
And I was
that's
like,
cool.
"Da, da, da, da," and then I walk through. That'd be cool for a special or whatever.
You thought about it, didn't you?
yeah, for sure. When I learned it was of old, I was like, "That's cool." Like,
yeah, it is cool.
No, I
Disney
prefer.
movie or?
I gave him the coolest nickname, Will
Del Coco,
Will Del
yeah.
Coco, and I saw someone
cool.
else write
yeah,
that in the
I
line.
think
I'm
someone
like,
did that recently. And
exactly.
I was like,
it's
hey.
catching up. Will Del Coco.
Yeah.
All right,
Sounds
guys.
like my name on TikTok too. I
Will Del
think.
Coco?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, guys, follow Will Del Coco, and thank you so much for listening. Anything you want to plug?
No.
All right. So, we love you guys. Love you, Eugene. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Arnie.
Nice day.
Mwah.